Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. It's Monday, December 7th. So, that crazy asshole did a rally on Saturday. He was supposed to be there to campaign for that Senate race in Georgia. Instead, he spent, I think it was 7 minutes. And the other hour and 40 minutes, he spoke in a total of 1 hour and 45 minutes. So, for an hour and 38 minutes, he was talking about the alleged election fraud. He's completely out of his mind, unhinged. You know what I thought was funny? He kept saying, like a little kid, how's it possible? Like, I had 11 million more votes than 2016. I had 74 million votes. How is it possible that I lost? You know, all the pundits and experts say if you get to 70 million, or what I've had even more, 74 million, 74 million votes, the experts say it's impossible to lose. I go, listen, Donnie boy, are you that stupid? Right? Listen. You had 74 million votes, and Biden had 80. Let me break it down for you. Biden had more votes than you. If you were running by yourself and you didn't have an opponent, that's great. 74 million votes. There's enough. You understand, Donnie? You were running against another guy. That's called an opponent. If the opponent has more votes than you lose. The opponent wins. You get it, Donald Trump? He's just such a horrible little kid monster moron. So I used to have, when I was a kid, I had a friend who was a huge Cowboy fan. I used to be a Cowboy fan too. And we're talking about the upcoming Giants Cowboy thing coming up. And this guy, my friend there, wasn't too bright, but he kept saying, he had a kind of a weird way of talking. He goes, Cowboy gonna win. Cowboy gonna win. Cowboy. And then you're like, why? Why do you think they're gonna win? Because they won last time. That means they win this time, don't win last time. And then the same sort of logic, if, say, the Giants or Cowboys scored 40 points, there's a good chance that you're going to win. But if your opponent scores, say, 42 points, that means you lose, right? It's just so stupid. I'm breaking it down like for a child, but that's who stupid is. So I want to play this clip here by Brian Tyler Cohen. I don't know if I've talked about him on this channel here, but he's one of my favorites. And by the way, he just got 1 million subscribers. So let me play this. I won't play the whole thing. I'm going to put the link in the comment section, but just to give you a little taste about these ridiculous, bogus lawsuits. 42 of them all shut down. Watch. The name of the podcast is No Lie, by the way.
Today, we're going to talk about a Nevada judge humiliating the Trump team in court, and we're going to debunk the whole gamut of bogus election fraud claims. I also interview Pennsylvania's Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman about whether Trump could steal the election in Pennsylvania, the fatal flaw with a last-minute plot by state Republicans to undermine the will of the voters, and how to help Democrats get elected in PA moving forward. I'm Brian Tyler Cohen, and you're listening to No Lie. Another week, another slew of Trump lawsuits that failed to go anywhere. Seriously, not a single lawsuit succeeded in the last week. As of this recording, the Trump team is 1 for 46 in court. Just Friday alone, the Trump team and its allies had lawsuits struck down trying to halt certification in Nevada, Wisconsin, Arizona, Minnesota, and the big Kraken case in Georgia, which is weird because I totally thought that claiming Cuba, China, Venezuela, the CIA, the DOJ, Republican governors and secretaries of state, and Hugo Chavez stealing the election from Trump totally had some legs. But I do want to focus on one case in particular, and that is what happened in Nevada. And the source I used for this was Adam Classfield from Law and Crime, who does great work. And that is that in Nevada, a judge shot down Trump's baseless conspiracy theories 25 times in his ruling. 25 times. So let's break these down. In response to the claim that the electric voting machines malfunctioned and that the election results can't be trusted, the judge found that the Trump team, quote, did not prove under any standard of proof that any election officials knowingly committed any misconduct relating to the operation of electronic voting machines, nor that election officials acted with nefarious intent in doing so. In response to the claim that the machine that counts the ballots malfunctioned, the judge found that the Trump team, quote, did not prove under any standard of proof that Clark County's use
This
of
is all
Agilis voting
bullshit.
machines constitutes malfeasance.
Let me just
In
pause this
response
for a
to the
second.
claim that illegal
So and let me turn down the brightness here too. So anyway, I just read that Trump raised for these false election claims. I did a video where he's ripping off his supporters, like, please, dear friend, give us your money. They're sending out letters that look like dunning letters, like, you have 3 days to send a check. By the way, he got $205 million. I'm shocked that even a single person would send him $1. $205 million. There's a lot of crazy assholes out there. So let me go back here. Let me just turn the, hold on, sorry about that. I just want to turn the brightness down here so you can see this better. Okay, Brian Tyler Cohen. I'm not going to play the whole thing. And again, as I said, I'll put the link in the comment section. But here we go.
Votes were cast and counted, or that legal votes weren't counted.
Oh, that made it worse.
The judge wrote that the Trump team, quote, did not prove under any standard of proof that illegal votes were cast and counted that should have been rejected during the signature verification process, or legal votes were not counted that should have been accepted during the signature verification process. Right. In response to the claim that dead people voted, the judge
These
wrote
are
that the Trump
$2
team,
readers, by the way.
did not prove under any standard of proof that any such votes were cast. On the issue of ballots cast after deadlines, the Trump team, quote, did not prove under any standard of proof that any such votes were cast. That there were decoy votes. You guessed it. The Trump team, quote, did not prove under any standard of proof that any such votes were cast. That Nevada election workers acted nefariously by blocking observers from watching ballot processing and counting. The judge wrote, quote, the Trump team did not prove under any standard of proof that any of Nevada's election officials committed malfeasance. That the Biden campaign was courting Trump electors. The judge wrote that the Trump team, quote, did not prove under any standard of proof that defendants, the Biden-Harris campaign, or anyone acting on their behalf gave or offered to give any person anything of value for the purpose of manipulating or altering the outcome.
Okay,
of
so
the
you get the
election.
point. I'm going to
Finally,
put...
that the Nevada Native Vote Project, which had been smeared by the Federalist and the Washington Examiner for allegedly operating a corrupt cash for votes
Washington
scheme,
Examiner,
the judge
what a
wrote that the
fucking
Trump team,
joke.
quote, did not prove under any standard of proof that NVVP gave or offered to give any person anything of value for the purpose of manipulating or altering the outcome of the election. 25 times the judge reiterated this point, using the exact same verbiage that the Trump team, quote, did not prove under any standard of proof of what they
So you
were
get the
alleging,
point. I'll put
underscoring
it's another 10 minutes long. I'll put it in the comment section here. It's just a waste of time and money, and soon this guy will be gone. Look at some of the comments. Can't someone stop the obvious time wasting with all this stuff? Sad bunch of monsters. What is this one? Trump just told Rudy that the dead people who voted were actually faking their death. Now what? Pretty funny. It really is just, it's very sad that we're, let's see, and I'll put a bunch of these comments in there too. Sorry if I'm not more prepared, but that's my channel. Just totally off the cuff. I hit record and see what happens. Okay, so there you go. And by the way, check out Brian Tyler Cohen. He's an awesome dude. And congratulations to him for 1 million subscribers. Okay. It's cold out, but not freezing. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here in Tabor Talk.